Autumn, 1355. Southern France erupts into flames. Villages burn, vineyards vanish beneath smoke, and terrified peasants flee before an army that seems impossible to catch. At its head rides a 25-year-old prince whose campaign will redefine medieval warfare, not by conquering cities, but by destroying everything around them. The conflict known as the 100 Years' War has entered a dangerous new phase. England seeks to weaken France not only through battle, but through economic devastation. King Edward III entrusts this strategy to his eldest son, Edward of Woodstock, the Black Prince. In Bordeaux, soldiers gather beneath English banners. Thousands of mounted men, archers, and supply wagons prepare for a campaign unlike any before it. The objective is speed, destruction, and survival. Beside the prince stand trusted commanders including John Chandos and James Audley. Their advice shapes every march, every crossing, and every decision to avoid becoming trapped by larger French forces. The army leaves Aquitaine and rides northward. Rather than seek castles, they strike undefended estates, mills, bridges, and granaries. Every burned structure weakens the French king's ability to wage war. Word travels faster than the horsemen themselves. Entire villages empty as church bells ring warnings. Refugees crowd fortified towns, carrying only what they can hold. This campaign is called a Chevauchée, a mounted raid intended to cripple an enemy's economy. Livestock are seized, harvests destroyed, and tax revenues erased without the need for costly sieges. The Count of Armagnac struggles to gather defenders. Yet his scattered forces cannot match the mobility of the English columns, which appear in one valley only to vanish into another. The English arrive before Carcassonne. Its mighty walls stand ready, but Edward refuses to waste weeks on a siege. Instead, his men burn the suburbs outside the fortress before continuing eastward, leaving the citadel isolated amid ashes. The destruction is deliberate. The prince knows that every merchant ruined and every harvest lost increases pressure on the French crown without risking unnecessary casualties in frontal assaults. The English approach Narbonne, another important settlement. Once again, fortified defenses discourage direct assault. The surrounding countryside suffers instead, demonstrating the prince's relentless focus on mobility. Far to the north, King John II receives reports of devastation. His frustration grows as the invaders refuse decisive battle while inflicting enormous economic damage. The campaign yields enormous quantities of livestock, valuables, weapons, and provisions. The moving column becomes both an army and a caravan carrying the wealth of devastated provinces. After weeks of marching, men and horses tire. Yet discipline remains strong. The prince avoids reckless engagements, preserving his force for future campaigns. Having crossed hundreds of miles through hostile territory, the army returns safely to Bordeaux. It has captured few cities, but shattered confidence across southern France. The Chevauchée proves that mobility can outweigh conquest. A kingdom may survive losing battles, but repeated devastation of its economy threatens its ability to continue the war. Edward's reputation soars. Admirers praise his leadership, while enemies condemn the destruction left in his wake. Across Europe, commanders study his methods. The campaign does not end the war. Instead, it sets the stage for an even greater confrontation. Within a year, the Black Prince will meet the forces of King John II in one of the most celebrated victories in English military history, the Battle of Poitiers.